by God. I will follow your path, Father, 'cause nobody's alone in life, and the scars of my destiny will be healed by your love. Disseminate wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. As our Master Jesus taught.
Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Publio. I'm gonna sing a couple of songs to prepare our environment, to prepare our soul for the Spiritism talk tonight. So welcome to our meeting. First of all, I'm gonna sing a song called Vibrate. When life lends a hand, it's time to open up your heart. It is time to love one another. It's time to take part. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. Vibrate always, loving and serving everyone. When we give our heart in charity, our lives are transforming into songs. Our dreams become reality, and we join Jesus for eternity. Now, song to Mother Zephyrina. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort. never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make your small son a good Christian. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades from down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make your small son a good Christian.
Sometimes it's not so easy, sometimes it's not so close. Sometimes we build our dreams, but then we see them decompose. When you feel down the dumps, feeling sad and blue, give life a chance, my friend, the sun will shine again on you. Believe you can come through. The rainy days are true. Have little faith in you. Maybe tomorrow you can dream all your dreams again. Though some sorrow remains, it doesn't mean the end. Believe you can come through. The rainy days are true. Sometimes okay to feel blue. Have little faith in you. Dream all your dreams again. Though some sorrow remains, your dreams can get you through. Have little faith in you.
Mother Zephyrina. Source of love that radiates, warm in our power, cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades from down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make you small son a good Christian, make you small son a good Christian. Source of love that radiates, warm in our power, cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades from down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make you small son a good Christian, make you small son a good Christian.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Spiritist Talk. I'm happy to be with you all today. And thank you for Marceli and Publio for your hard work behind the scenes. Before we start, as usual, a few announcements. We ask you to turn off your phone notifications and find a quiet place if possible. Our meeting has a 30-minute presentation followed by Q&A. And after the presentation, we will have a spiritual treatment with passes and magnetized water. We invite you to set aside a container with water to be magnetized. Our meeting is being retransmitted today by Continental Concafras Americas through their Facebook, and also every Wednesday at 8 p.m. by Kardec Radio through their Facebook and YouTube. And if you are interested to know more about Spiritism, Get to Know Spiritism is a free and online course that happens every Saturday at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. New classes start in the fall, so reach out for more information through our social media or our Tuesday talks. Stay tuned. And in case you don't know, we offer virtual live gospel at home. The gospel at home is an effective support for you and your family's spiritual spiritual harmony. We will motivate and guide you in establishing and maintaining the gospel at home. By posting in the chat, you can always request it. Let us know. And you are also welcome to include your or someone else's name on our list of positive vibrations. The person you indicate will be assisted by good spirits to provide good healing energy and strengthen goodwill. The link can be found in our chat. And finally, the topic of today's meeting will be the easy yoke, items 1 and 2, chapter 6, the consoling Christ from the Gospel according to Spiritism, which will be facilitated by my namesake Rod from Ottawa. Everyone is welcome to write comments and questions in the chat, and they will be addressed at the end of the talk. So now it's time to welcome my dear friend Rod.
Hello, Rodrigo. How are you?
Has anyone told you you have a beautiful name?
Yeah, also a beautiful hair. So
We match there too.
we match that positive energy. Yeah, exactly. So thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. We are looking forward to hearing from you. God bless you, brother.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Talk to you later.
So I will, as Rodrigo was explaining, start with an opening prayer. So let's close our eyes, elevate our thoughts, and being thankful for one more day in our lives, in our incarnated life, as an opportunity to deal with our burdens, our yoke, as the topic of today, understanding we are not here on vacation, we are under the perspective of learning, the perspective of working through ourselves to um, reach the right improvement and also to be helpful, understanding the other people's difficulties, putting their shoes, walking together. So we thank you, Master Jesus, for this opportunity, this unique opportunity that we have right now to transform ourselves in the process of helping each other. So we ask your blessings for not only for this moment, but for the week, for the month, for the year. And we ask you and the good spirits to go helping people in need on the hospitals, on the streets, and even in their own places, suffering inside of them, searching for answers. We thank you and ask you to be with us today and always. So be it. So let's get started. As Rodrigo was explaining, it's another chapter of the Gospel according to Spiritism, which is the consoling Christ, one of the most beautiful chapters in this book, where we will understand not only about Jesus' teachings, but understand the powerful presence of the Spiritism in our lives. So items 1 and 2 is the easy yoke, and we will understand a little bit more about this, the words of Christ, our Master Jesus, about this topic. So, come unto me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. And we can understand that at some point, knowing the space that we live in this planet, in the countries, all the complexity of our choices and life, I am certainly a good fit for that description, because I feel myself weary, burdened, trying to find my way in this world, helping people close to me, helping myself. So we always living a day after day, trying to improve myself, as we all are trying to. And then listening to these words from Jesus, it's like a warm heart, because we can give a rest of our daily challenges, right? So understanding his teachings more is an opportunity that we have in this process of living, transforming, and evolving. So come unto me, you who suffer. And that's a very broad term, right? So it I don't know if there's any person in this world right now who does not have at least one suffering, one item of who make him or her to suffer, because we are dealing, again, we are not, we are far away from being a perfect being. And knowing that we are not perfect, we are dealing with our difficulties. And it's a broader aspect of our life. So we face difficulties, right? We suffer. And Jesus is telling us to come to him to receive the comfort. And that's a very powerful state, because we can ask ourselves, how can we get there? How can we go to him? And that relief that we are looking for, it's a process of learning his teachings, as we are this night, an item, but go beyond the learning, right? How when we go to school, like it can be a more the basic ones, the elementary one, we just understand the learning process as the same point that we can put that on in practice. So that's the way we can evaluate ourselves in the learning for anything that we want to. We were seeing at the beginning, like before the talk, our friend Publio Lentz doing this amazing music. So he has all this the talent, but also has to learn, right, how to produce such an amazing song. So that's the process. So we learn, we practice, we learn, we practice. So and that's not different with Jesus' teachings. And there is a combination of feelings that combine love and comfort. And again, see, every new idea demands us something, because you may think, okay, love, how can I interpret that? What love that Jesus is talking about? It's not the same that we normally think, because our love, as we are learners, it's mixed with other feelings like possessions, for example. We misunderstand that in general. So the love that he is proposing is a broader one, the fraternal one, that make us understand each other without asking for opinions, understanding positions. And when we look to the world right now, we see a very strong need of that, because we need to understand each other better. So coming to the word yoke, what that means, and we can relate that to this object as it is, and also put together some other aspects. can be something that we care, uh, and as a weight of our life. And again, we are all learners. So the weight can be our mistakes, our vices, the way we deal with choices, and the most of all, the consequences. Because sometimes we are very aware about the choices we made every day, the good and the bad ones, but not always we are prepared to deal with the consequences. And we know they're always coming. They are always coming. Sometimes they come immediately, sometimes they come with more time. We know as a spiritists, we are not living in one life only, so we have more from the past, from the future coming. And those consequences will also be part of that new life when it comes. So the yoke is a combination, can be also our interpretation to see Jesus' teachings, the God laws, as we know, and support that with an open heart. And I like to change that yoke to a connection, because also the yoke put us together, bind two beings, as we know, to walk together. So the connection is there for us as we are right now together in this talk, in our house, in our work. So we are binding together, and we have to understand each other, learn from each other, because we don't have the full knowledge. So when we align ourselves under the yoke, having Jesus with us, those teachings will alleviate that pressure, alleviate that weight, because his moral guidance does not require a lot from us besides our evolution and transformation, besides loving our our neighbor as ourselves. So it's easy yoke, and may sound for you, and sometimes I think the same. So why it's so hard to love my neighbor, to understand my neighbor, right, as I want to be understood? Because our moral level is not that high. But when we open our eyes and start saying and seeing the other besides us, saying, okay, I understand he or she made a mistake, but also I am the one doing mistakes all the time. So why I will judge that person when I can help, if I'm able to see the mistake, so I can help him or she to change. I can help them with the transformation, right? Besides keep judging and just point fingers, because I'm the one also doing mistakes all the time. So that's why his yoke is easy, because it's based on love, charity, and humility. Again, maybe it's not that easy for us by our problems, our moral problems, and our complexity, but there is no punishment. There is a process of inner transformation. And again, and that's something we need to teach our kids, as we also need to know every acting created a sequence of consequences, right? We cannot plant a corn and wait for another kind of crop. So will be a corn, and it'll be a big crop of corn with many corns. So the consequences are coming. So if I want to plant something, if I'm planting now something which not is like a vice or a evil, acting, I will receive that back as a consequence, because that's the process. So if I want to change something, and if I'm suffering right now, that's not a bad thing, because I'm receiving, so I'm treating my acting from past actions. So I'm just dealing with the consequences. And on the other hand, I'm not suffering anything and I'm doing bad things, as we can guess, right? The consequence, the suffering will come to our path, because there is no other way. So let's do good today, even if you're not having good consequences right now, because the wave of positiveness will reach us at some point. And we will feel that right away. So when we go for, we were talking before, like on the backstage before the talk today, about some meetings of groups, the spiritualist groups, and how that gives us a positive feeling. Even when we have to wake up very early in the day and go and sleep very late, a lot of hard work, like you prepare food, you have people, you go to the streets. But even having that small time to sleep on those days, you feel so light, so well for yourself, and that positive energy goes with you many days after you finish your work there. So it's that inner peace that's transforming you, as you know you are doing good, as you know you are doing something that is connected to Jesus' teachings. So that spiritual strength, it's part of that. I'm doing more, I'm learning, I'm transforming, I'm combating my vices. And that's not an easy transformation, and not be a one day only. But that small steps that we take every day will give us that light inside out. So suffering becomes bearable with faith in the future, because that's another amazing information that the spirits is bring to us, is that this life is not the ending, and we will be in an evolutionary process. So let's support the yoke, the burden that we have right now, because we know that's not forever. And that's the consequence that we are facing right now, but that will change as long we endure that transformation. So life continues after death, as we know, the material death, and the pain that we are facing right now will end in this process, in this process of the growth that we are facing. But I'm not saying there is no pain. I'm not saying, as also Jesus' teachings, I'm not saying there is no yoke to care, but it's lighter, it's easier, because we have the knowledge. So we will face the same suffering, because again, we have to deal with our evolutionary process, deal with our mistakes, deal with our opportunity of learning. But the knowledge that we have from the spiritists, from the spiritism, from the spirits, that knowledge is lighting, because we understand ourselves better. We understand what we are doing here in this world. We understand our family connections. Why I have that brother, that sister, those parents, why I have that kid, the son, the daughter. So understanding that connections, I will deal better with the situation. So if I feel my family is difficult, as you may feel right now, understand that's not from gratitude. So that family is part of your process. You have a mission with them. And if you feel you are capable of dealing with them and help them, that's your work to do. And that's part of also their your connection with them, your mission with them. So those kind of concepts that we learn from Jesus' teachings and from the spiritual explanation about it, giving us a deep understanding, will light all the burden, because we will say, okay, I know it's hard, I know it's difficult, but I know why that's happening. And there is a weight of doubt, because when we don't have the faith, and remember, Allan Kardec said the spiritism faith is based on reason. And I don't know for you, but for me that makes all the difference, because with reason my faith is stronger, because I have the wise to believe. And when we start learning a little bit more, reading more books, watching more talks, we connect more the dots of our life, the goods and the bads. And the best of everything, we are capable of decide, because the spiritism does not say, as Jesus does not say, go here or go there, and like it giving us information to decide where you want to go. There is no implication about hell or heaven, but there is implication about mind state, where you want to be right now and in the future of your process, your path of evolution. So it's your choice. And that's also improved faith, because otherwise, how can we hope for a better moment in our life if you don't believe it, if you don't have a support for that? This is why we need to trust him, understand him more, and the spirits, they give us a strong reason why, because they explains more, and that's the advantage. So all Christian religions have the same information, right? So we have the gospel from Jesus, but what make us and make our path easier than other ones is because we have this knowledge from the spirits. So that help us to understand. And what law is that? So Jesus' law is love, in the great love of understanding each other, the fraternal love. And how can we express that? How can I express the love that I'm learning? Is through charity, is through understanding the other. So there's not heavy obligation there, but if I deny doing that, if I'm rebel, so not want to do that, I don't want to learn, I don't want to practice, Jesus understand that. I say, okay, it's not your time. But again, we will be facing the consequence. And every act that we do opposite that learning will make our lives harder, because we are accumulate the difficulties that we create to ourselves. So the moral duty is not a penalty. It's again an opportunity. And I love this image here, because it's the representation of gospel according to Spiritism. You can think here as a Bible, and we go from one way, from one place to another, crossing that. So the knowledge is the path of our transformation to a better world. And I'm talking not only, and that's also a possibility, right? I'm not talking only about a better physical world. As we know, the world progress, so we can progress to a different place. I'm talking about the better world right now, because we, with our own eyes, we will see a better world, understanding that world better. So when we see the calamities difficulties that we are facing, then again, our neighbors, our family, we will have peace on our heart, helping them, but also understanding. Is like a shield that protect us and make us stronger to also help others. So the world will be in a better place if we understand and bring that information to our hearts. So spiritism echoes this personal reformation, as we call self-enlightenment, and compassion. So it's our work to do. We can't pass that to other people, right? Oh, I will tell like Rodrigo and Publio, say, oh, can you guys do the work for me? I want to be a better person. So you work, you do the hard, you learn, and then I will be a better person at the end. So that's not possible, right? We have to work ourselves, knowing will be a burden, will be a yoke, but it'll be easier, you'll be lighter. So Jesus is not saying, no, 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 there's nothing. You're free, don't worry. No, no, no. He's saying we have to do our part. We have to do our work. So as we know, in this chapter we will address beyond items 1 or 2, spiritism is the consoler, is the comforter that Jesus foretold. And why is that? Because one, the spirits are always with us. Like or not, they are always with us. We cannot avoid their presence. We cannot avoid their influence. But we can, the only thing that we can do is work on the kind of influence we will receive. Because remember, there's always a connection. So if I'm receiving bad, evil influence, is because I have evil and bad in myself. So I'm connecting those, my thoughts, my acting, my wording. So I'm attracting those. I'm receiving that influence. If I'm open to change my vices, the way I'm thinking, the way I'm talking, so I will also change my spiritual neighborhood, because all they will change with us, right? Learning more. So they will say, okay, I was not a best person in the spiritual world, but I'm learning with them. So I can change myself as well. I will be with him, but learning. Or they will find another person who has the same matching. And that's happened with us, right? Every day we like people that think like us. So we go for a dinner or people's house when they have a similar way of thinking. Spiritual world and spirits, they are the same. They have the same feelings. They are not in the incarnate body, but they have the same. So they will connect with people who has the similar way to think. So we need to change ourselves, and that's always come from the consoler. So the spirits brought that knowledge for us. So they are with us, helping us as long as we help ourselves. And we understand life beyond grave. So we have more time. Nothing is for now. Nothing will be, again, heaven or hell, life and death, because life goes on. We feel we miss people that we lost through the way, so people already passed, but we know they are there. We know they are with us, spirit in a spiritual form. So there's a lot of understanding that makes our life trials easier, because other way we lose a family member and you'll be eternal loss, right? If you not understand there is a reincarnation, there is a spiritual world. So that's a kind of process that the console us. And we understand obviously much better Jesus' teachings with theirs. teachings as well. So we see trials as an opportunity, not see pain as a punishment, but education. Again, remember, I don't want a pain. Nobody wants. So if I don't want a pain, if I don't want a corn, I should not plant corn, right? So if I don't want a pain, I need to change my habits today. I may not see the pain going away tomorrow, maybe not in a year or 10 years, because my plant, my farm was maybe centuries, right? So 1,000 years of planting in my farm, so it'd be hard to have it all done in one life. But absolutely, I will alleviate the process if I start my changings. And again, I will understand more. I will see my suffering in different ways. So we need to keep dealing with our trials and seeing those as an opportunity. So Spiritism teaches the reason of reincarnation, to learn, to repair mistakes, and obviously to evolve. And learning and repair are also connected to our evolutionary process. So that's why we need to understand that better. So Jesus is the model. Jesus is the model of humbleness. We need to see him, learn from him. And he's saying that, learn from me, for I am gentle and humble of heart. I can ask myself, I am humble of heart? Maybe when everything is peace, I'm pretty humble. But all the time, and the most important, when really is needed, when something really bad happened with me, I am humble, I am gentle. So ask yourself, make a journal, take notes. What is happening with me to lose my temper, my mind? So we need to work on that, right? Jesus never stopped emphasizing the humility as opportunity of transformation. And then when we do that, when we open a little bit our hands of our possessions, so I don't need everything. I don't need to have everything. I can open a little bit. I can share. I can share the most important asset that I have, which is time. So I have time. We know we are all busy. We know we are all looking like for material solutions. We have to work, we have our family. That's normal. But can we share time with them, understanding them, listen? We can share a time with the community doing some work. So that changes, give us the inner peace that we are looking for. So a clear conscience and inner harmony, a loving heart. And every day, it's a way, it's a formula to practice the easy yoke. Again, I'm not saying that I'm doing, I'm not saying that's easy, but that's what we learn from Jesus' teachings and from the spiritual gospel, the gospel according to spiritual. So forgive instead of resent. Easy? No. Even for small things, right? I can probably list a lot of things that I resent today. Oh, that word that people say to me, or that happened, or you know. So it's not an easy process, but as long as we identifying those moments, we can work on that. Serve with love. Remember, and remember how important is the people that you have around you, and they are not there by mistake. They are there because it's part of your process. So your family, your co-workers, people who lives close to you, serve them with love. Sometimes we do things for our family complaining, right? They ask something we do, But we don't make the peaceful process. We make them suffer. We suffer ourselves. So make easy the process. Replace complaint with gratitude. Did you complain today? So trying to stop that. Try and do a 1 hour not complain, then 10 hours, maybe one day, maybe 1 week, and see if you can. Challenge yourself. So today I will not complain. See if it's possible. Walk beside Jesus step by step. So we are not on that level of being with him, but we can ask him to be with us. So that's the process. I'm including here an image of this mother and her daughter because we are those kids, right? Jesus is helping us as a mother with their children, knowing the children is learning, so they will make mistakes, but always like a mother's heart is always open for forgiveness when we talk about their kids. So we should think the same. See ourselves as a kids learning, but also our neighbors the same way. So how can we see that come in our life? Again, the family challenges, the illness that we have, our losses can be any kind, disappointments. So understand that yoke that we have, the bound that we have with beings under the same, and apply that to our life. Trying with family first because we normally care more about them, and then you expand that circle, including other people in the same process of gratitude. So again, it's not easy. The life is not easy for any of us, as we know. But when we apply that knowledge in our hearts, the light will bring us hope and understanding, and that will make all the difference. So I will close this talk today with Jesus' quote saying, "Let us love one another and do unto others what we would have them do unto us." It's so perfect, this sentence from Jesus, so complete. And even though its simplicity, it's so hard to practice. Not there is nothing hide there. So even again, as I told you, the spirits are helping us to understand. But for this sentence, we don't need their help, right? It's clear, clear like crystal, like water, like clean water. But it's still hard for us, at least for me, to practice that because of my lower level of moral development. And the good thing, Jesus is saying, all the law, all the prophets are there. So you can study the whole Bible, all those pages. But if you're not capable of that sentence, you are losing because all is there, integrated and connected. So my invitation for you, as for myself this night, is to write down that sentence and understand how can you, with your yoke, with your burden, put the projects of love other people as you want to be loved as well. So I want to thank you for the opportunity, and I'm open to any comment or question you may have.
Thank you for serving us the water of life today again, brother. And we do have a few questions for you
Thank you.
from Publio. What is the best way to have happiness in the future? What to sow? What should we sow?
Good, great question, Publio. So again, using that analogy of planting, right? So So yeah, we need to do it our work today, our inner transformation, and plant good seeds to see that come in the future, to flourish. And again, I love to do that in my own life, but it's not easy, as we know. So we are trying, right? I'm trying to learn and put in practice, but the only way forward is our inner transformation. So that's the path.
Marceli also has a question for us. When you say that we need to do our part in the transformation of ourselves, which you have just mentioned, does that mean the saying no pain, no gain?
I love this quote because it's also another process that's hard, right? Going to the gym and doing exercise, as we know, we need all of us. Exercise, not the gym, but exercise. Yeah, it's similar because, well, we should not have pain, but it's not in the Jesus formula per se prescription. Okay, I will give you pain. The pain we gather by ourselves by our mistakes. So if since the beginning we follow the gospel, Jesus' teachings, there will be no pain at all. But we are facing the pain because we are rebels, right? We are not following that path. That's why. But yeah, so we need exactly no pain, no gain. We need to transform ourselves to be painful at some point because we have to, but absolutely the gain will come right now. And this is the magical thing. So just keep the analogy of gym. So if you go to exercise, we will need some months to see the transformation, right, in our body. But doing the right thing, doing the chart, following Jesus' teachings, right now you will see the transformation, not only ours, but our friends, like our spiritual friends, our incarnated family, they will feel that energy. So that's also the difference.
Wonderful. And one final one from yours truly.
Okay.
What steps can we take on a daily basis to nourish our faith and be stronger on the hard days? How can we how can we exercise the muscles of our faith?
That's an amazing question, Jose. Thank you. So yeah, I think again we are all facing our challenges, and that can be in many ways, from illness, from a situation that we are living in, financial, etc. So we should keep learning. So reading books, watching talks like this about Jesus' teachings, and always put on the perspective that that's a learning opportunity. It's not easy. Sometimes we lose ourselves a little bit, as happened with me. So but the second day I say, okay, let's calm my heart. Let's see what's going on. Understand that's a process that I cannot change right now, but I can learn from it. So it's kind of learning and practice together, knowing that's not be always the case, and we need to forgive ourselves because we learn to forgive, and we maybe have the open heart to forgive the others' mistakes. But it's so hard, at least for me, to forgive myself when I have the knowledge, right? So I say, oh my God, why am I doing this? So we need to learn how to forgive ourselves, knowing, okay, tomorrow we'll try again and maybe I will succeed.
Wonderful, wonderful. And that's all the questions for today. So once
Thank you
again,
very
thank
much.
you for putting together this beautiful presentation.
Thank you for the opportunity. See you soon.
God bless you. All right. And now we will move on for tonight's, we will prepare for tonight's spiritual treatment. And it starts with, it includes PASS, which is the transfusion of spiritual energy with the goal of assisting with our physical, emotional, and mental balance. The passes also help us restore a state of harmony and peace when we are able to replace negative energy with positive energy. One of the steps we can take to lighten our day. And in order to receive the best benefits from passes, you can follow the audio instruction or just remain in prayer. You may close your eyes. You may close your eyes to help concentrating. It helps me. And during the pass, the water you set aside will absorb the spiritual energy, and you and your family can benefit from it. And now we are going to make a prayer in preparation for the pass, and this is going to be our closing prayer as well. So let's close our eyes, reflect on each phrase, on each slide, reflect on the effort of our brother Rod, who put together this beautiful presentation. Let's reflect and bring that to our hearts. As I have recently heard in a workshop, probably the biggest journey of our lives is going to be from our minds to our hearts. Help us, Father, to reflect, bring all this knowledge, the knowledge of your gospel, which we have been learning and hearing day after day. Help us to bring all that to our hearts. Help us be good Christians. Help us transform ourselves. Help us seize the opportunities of every new day. Help us, Father, to be strong. Help us to follow you. We thank you for another talk. We thank you for the honor to be part of this group, for these reflections, for the water of life which has been served to us today. We thank you for the guidance, the protection of our guardian angels, of the spirits who direct us, who inspire us, who coordinate this work from the spiritual realm. We thank you, Father, for your trust in us, for the opportunity of another gathering where we are one or two or more gathered in your holy name. We ask you that you bless brothers and sisters in our vibration list. Help us, O Father, to be strong, to overcome their challenges, strengthen their faith. Help us win the battles of life. We ask you, Lord, that you remain with us, that you bless our homes, our families, that you give your peace to us. In your holy name we pray, Father. Amen.
Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage. A clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capernaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from his love come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, his warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. Trust him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. Absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
And thank you for joining us tonight. We will be back next Tuesday here on Spiritism, Canada and Continental Concafros Americas at 8 p.m. Eastern, and Wednesday on Kardec Radio at 8 p.m. Don't forget to follow Spiritism Canada on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and the Spiritist group Path of Light on Facebook as well. You all have a wonderful night. God bless you.
song along with me. Just open up your hearts, feel harmony and peace inside yourself. Life is a great school, teaching always to do good. Learning that in order to be happy we need to help. Learning to accept that everyone deserves respect. Uniting all their hearts with a gesture of affection. Finding our happiness will be spreading joy. There is no other way. Charity is the solution. Only one love, only one ideal. So in love and peace in the world, conquer us. Feel the life within ourselves, and love will certainly appear, and the world will be in peace. Sing this song along with me. Just open up your hearts, feel harmony and peace inside yourself. Life is a great school, teaching always to do good. Learning that in